and welcome to another Job Pro tutorial. Today we will be covering all your options for adding or removing job items once a job has been created. If you spent much time in Job Pro, you know that a bid cannot be edited once the job has been created. This is to ensure that nothing can be changed and potentially missed once the project has begun. However, we do understand that as jobs progress, there are things that may need to be changed. Whether your customer decides they want to add additional work, change what type of material is installed, or whatever obstacle may come up, we want to give you the option to make those changes as the job continues. This video will cover all of those options. The first option is the one that Job Pro recommends for any changes you may encounter. Whether that is removing an item, changing the billable amount, adding additional work, or anything else, we believe that adding a change order to your job is the best way to accomplish this. Change orders allow you to have a record of any change that may have been input, where our other options will not, allowing you to track exactly what was changed and when the change was made. To create a change order, we will need to navigate to the Change Orders tab on the job page. From here, you will click the Add Change Order Bid button that will take you to a new page where you have the option to choose your office and a starting template if you have one available. Once you click Submit, you will be taken to the change order page. You will notice that this page is set up exactly like a bid. You have the bid worksheet where you can add your items and even send the proposal to your customer if a final approval is needed. If you are adding additional work to your job, simply add any items you may need and their quantities, just as you would at the bid stage. Once you have the approval needed, you can click Finalize Change Order to either add these items to the current work order, or you may choose to add this to a new work order attached to the same job. To add a change order that will effectively remove a portion or all of one or more of the job's items, you will simply need to add that item to the bid worksheet and enter the amount you'd like to remove as a negative quantity. Once you have this finalized, the item or items can be added to the original jobs and will show as a negative billable amount. The next option for updating your job would be to use the Add Items feature on the Job Processing tab. Here you will have two options for adding items. The job item is used for non-billable items. These are things that you need to add to the job simply for job costing purposes. These are items that do not need to be billed and will not show up on the work order given to your installers. Choosing the job item will result in a searchable list where you can search and choose any items you may need to add. Once you have added the item, you can add the installed quantity to track its cost on the Profitability tab. The bid item is used for any billable items that need to be quickly added to the job. These items will show on your work orders and allow you to add a billable amount that can be invoiced when you are ready for that step. Choosing this option will bring up a pop-up window where you can add your items and their quantities. If you need to add an item that shows up on the work order but has no billable amount, you can add a bid item with a quantity but no price. The next option you have is to edit the billable amount directly on the Job Processing tab. This option is helpful when the only thing that needs to be updated is the billable quantity of an item. Just to note, this option is only available to users with this permission turned on. Next, you have the ability to swap certain items on the Job Processing tab. This allows you to change the job item but keep the original quoted item in place. This is used when your installers may have used a different item that shares the same item type and unit of measure as the original quoted item. For example, you may have quoted a job to use R13 fiberglass, but your installers ran out of material and needed to use some R15. Or you may have quoted one type of open cell, but ended up needing to use a different manufacturer on the job. Once you have chosen this option, you will simply need to choose your available item and then the quantity you'd like to swap. You can swap a portion or the entire item by entering in the percentage or the quantity to swap. The final choice you have for editing your job items is best used when you need to remove an item from the entire job. This can be done by clicking the Create Work Order option on the Job Processing tab. From here, you can move the items you'd like to fully remove from the job to a new work order. Enter the quantity or percentage of the item you'd like to move and click Create Work Order. Once your new work order has been created, simply delete this job. The system will ask you if you'd like to return these items to the original job or remove them. Choosing to remove them will completely remove the item and its billable quantity from the original job. That is going to wrap up our tutorial on how to add or remove job items from your job once it has been created. Just a reminder, although you have many options to choose from, JobPro highly recommends only using the change order option so that you have substantial records of everything that was updated on the job. The other options available will not do this. Some of these options have permissions that need to be turned on in order for you to use them. If something is not available to you, please contact the support team to talk about your options. If you are a JobPro customer and you have any questions about any of these options, call us at 704-584-4019 or send an email to support@jobprotech.com. If you're not a JobPro customer but want more information on how to become a part of the JobPro community, call us at 704-584-4015 or send an email to info@jobprotech.com. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to hearing from you soon. Stay tuned for more of JobPro's tutorials in the future.